You can shake your head all you want. You're lying to me. You're shading the truth. 6 p.m. today. Do you understand me?
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
So Shannon, will you state your name for the record?
Levadny Shannon, Levadny Cedric Shannon.
Okay. What are we doing today?
Your Honor, today's date and time, we are asking for an adjournment. Mr. Shannon has completed an inpatient treatment recently, so I'm asking for documentation from him so that we can further discuss negotiation with the prosecutor's office.
And Your Honor, before we start today, I did want to make the court that he's had multiple missed tests as well as positive tests from August 12th until September 10th, which is very concerning to the people given that this is an OWI third in which the BAC was 0.188 and he's had numerous previous OWIs.
And also, just so that you know, he's probably going to repeat what he put in the chat, which he probably shouldn't have put in the chat.
I saw that, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
I saw the distress on your face.
Yeah.
Mr. Shannon?
I had no idea because the scrambler, it was non-alcoholic beer. That's what it said, non-alcoholic. So I'm on naltrexone. I can't, this right here is a blocker. You can't get drunk on it. So I'm just drinking for the taste of beer. We were barbecuing and things like that nature. And I was just only drinking for the taste of beer.
Your Honor, you
might want to jump in here, Miss Apple.
Yes, Your Honor. So the information that Mr. Shannon did put in the chat, Your Honor, I would ask for some consideration considering this confusion on it. Mr. Shannon.
Confusion on what?
I didn't know that non-alcoholic beer contained alcohol because I was on the scrambler and it never came up.
Mr. Shannon.
Your Honor, it would be concerning as when he did test positive, he was at a 0.027, 0.021, 0.020, 0.016, and so on.
If the court would allow Mr. Shannon one final opportunity, he would report for a strand tether to prove to the court
I threw it all out.
God, you know it's bad when Cedric can't keep a straight face.
Your Honor, I request on behalf of my client one final opportunity now that it is very clear that he is not to consume even non-alcoholic beer as there may be alcohol in it and be placed on a scram tether. And that I can get the documentation regarding the treatment program. He did inform me that he completed a 30-day in treatment at Brighton Recovery Center and provide that to the court and to the prosecution.
Oh, I need a copy of the report because I don't have the report from community correction. This is one of those times that maybe if the client hadn't started talking, you'd get your wish, Miss Apple, but I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the matter. Can prosecutor or the public defender send to Miss Weidling a copy of his report, and then I'll call his case back up. We'll deal with this bond issue in the adjournment. I'm looking at this bond violation report, and my concern is we get to September 8th. When he blows an 021, an 020, and a 0.16. Then on the 10th, he blows an 041, and then subsequent tests for alcohol thereafter showing that. And then later on the 10th, he missed a scheduled retest, but then later on the 10th, he's blowing numbers. Now, am I to understand that all of that is from Bud Zero? Is that the defendant? Hold it. Whoa. And Mr. Shannon, let me just tell you.
You're a fucking clown.
Been doing this a long time. So you might want to think before you start answering me.
Imagine being his lawyer and knowing that the story that this clown has come up with is a complete lie and not being able to do a thing about it.
Am I to understand that all of that's from Bud Zero?
Some of it's from O'Doul's, Bud Zero. I drink Heineken Zero, but I'm on naltrexone. So even if I was drinking alcoholic beverages, it wouldn't, you know what I mean? So it would defeat the purpose. I was just drinking because I'm around people that drink.
I didn't ask you all that.
Yeah. Well, yes, it is.
And you're saying it's from O'Doul's, Bud Zero, and what else?
His shaving lotion.
And what? O'Doul's, sometimes it's Heineken Zeros. I drink a ton of them. And I didn't know because when I was on the scrambler, it never appeared. It never showed dirty. It never showed dirty. It only shows dirty on this machine. This machine is super sensitive. I didn't know it. I didn't understand the technology.
Mr. Shannon,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
you blew an 06, a .06.
Yeah, and I looked it up on the website when after I talked to my attorney, Miss Apple. I looked it up.
Okay, so Mr. Shannon,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop you right now because you already may have talked yourself into jail,
Gold, you gotta love Judge Simpson.
but you're not helping yourself.
Okay.
You know, the smart thing would be to remain silent immediately, as if you come clean. Now you're admitting that you lied blatantly to the court, and you're screwed, and this clown is going to fall for it.
At all. But I'm going to give you an opportunity at least to speak with your client. I'm going to adjourn this matter to our 3:00 block with the bond hearings. I might suggest to you that between now and then that you get whatever affairs you need to get in order.
Okay.
The first thing you probably ought to get in order, and you can have that conversation with Ms. Apple, is you might want to get your story in order to me. I realize people mess up. I get it.
Sure.
But the thing I hate more than that is when people lie to me.
I understand that.
I'm just going to leave it right there. We'll see you at 3:00. State of Michigan versus Shannon, Levante Shannon.
Allie Zend on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Mr. Shannon. Mr. Shannon, can you state your name for the record?
Labotny Shannon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. This was originally set, and I had indicated that Mr. Shannon needed to come in person, but I think there may have been some transportation issues, which he won't have until 4:30. At least we are informed. So I've allowed him to appear for the purposes of this hearing via Zoom. All right. So we. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Miss Apple.
No, I didn't apologize for interrupting, but I want to thank the court for allowing that. Mr. Shannon is currently in Detroit, so he informed me that he would not have transportation until 4:30 today. So I do appreciate the court's courtesy in that. I did have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Shannon after the previous court hearing and was able to get some additional information from him. He would admit today to the violation. He informed me that he was consuming 20 to 30 beers a day of the O'Doul's, which contain 0.5% ABV. And so he would admit to consuming that alcohol and understands that that is a violation of his bond, which resulted in multiple positive tests at this time.
Okay. I get that. Let me just say this, because it is about a 10 to 12 can ratio of the non-alcoholic to the alcoholic. Problem with that whole analysis is, while he may have been consuming that amount, and I'm not going to go into great detail on this, because of the elimination rate of a human being, for him to get to that level, he would have had to consume those 10 to 12 in the time it would have taken to do one beer. Yeah, I don't think that happened. That's a lot. But I'll accept the admission to the violation. While I still don't believe what he's indicating in terms of how that happened, but I'll accept the admission to the violation. Did we set a new date on this yet? What I will do is well, Ms. Apple, what were the parties intending on doing with this case?
Your Honor, I was seeking an adjournment to get some documentation of treatment that Mr. Shannon completed in discussion of potential resolution or waiving this matter to circuit court.
Mr. Shannon, anything you want to do before I sentence you on the violation?
No, sir. Just that if I give sentenced to some time, I would turn myself in Monday or Sunday night to the county jail.
Well, I'm going to order that the defendant, before I sentence him on the violation, the defendant, you're to surrender to the Washtenaw County Jail by 6 p.m. this evening, or a bench warrant will issue for your arrest with no bond.
Okay. Would it be okay with you if I did it Sunday night though? Because I just got one
No,
thing
sir.
I need-
No, Mr. Shannon,
got
I don't have
one
a
very-
problem giving people some leeway.
And that's what I'm
but-
asking for. I got something really important I got to do tomorrow. And I
Mr.
can
Shannon,
tell you-
I'm going to advise you to let the judge finish his direction.
I don't mind, well, and I'll just say this, Mr. Shannon. I told you that I get people that they slip up. I get that things happen. And I'll be able to deal with people when that does. But what I don't like is when something happens and people are lying to me. I think you were lying to me when you were first here. I
Yeah.
think that then through your counsel, but I mean, I understand she's advocating for you.
Mhm.
I don't think you're telling the whole truth in terms of your consumption of alcohol.
Right now, what do you think would be best for this clown to do? Because this clown thought this would be a good idea.
You could not put 20 to 30 beers in the time it takes for one beer to get into your system because your body can't hold it. And then you're going to be eliminating that alcohol that you're putting in. It doesn't make any sense.
Mr. Simpson.
You can shake your head all you want. You're lying to me. You're shading the truth. 6
Okay,
p.m. today. Do you understand me? I'm done talking to you.
Clown Cedric hates them.
Or a bench warrant will issue without bond. Miss Apple, would you like me to then set this for next week or 2 weeks out?
Your Honor, if it could be set for next week, please. Thank you.
Next week, I'll set probable cause conference September 21st, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Welcome to my channel, Off the Record, where I hand select the finest of court cases of the US of A, and then I remove everything that bores the hell out of me, such as the mandatory readings into the record and all the other legalese, and I also cut out any pauses where the judge reads in silence or they are waiting on responses that never come, and I do this for my subscribers, to pay them respect. Or if my subscribers are going to spend their time with me on my channel, then that time shall be well spent. So please subscribe, and I will do my best never to waste your valuable time. Please check out what I mean by clicking the episode on screen now, and I promise I won't waste your time.